Who wants to see a millipede?
So today's book reading, we're going to be reading about sharks. But first, while we get everyone on board, this is Millie the Millipede. And looks very similar to a centipede. A lot of people get them confused, but you can tell the difference by actually many ways. So one is the legs, right? Because centipedes will have one pair of legs per segment, where a millipede will have 2 pairs of legs per segment. And when you flip over a log, the easiest way to tell between the two, a centipede is going to run away really fast. They're meant to be fast predators, where millipedes are going to more rely on their defense mechanism. They're going to roll up in a ball, and then some of them will secrete like a really kind of foul smelling liquid to scare off anything that's going to try to eat them. See how cool those legs work together to get her where she needs to go. Millipedes are decomposers, so they're going to eat vegetation and live underneath logs, and centipedes are predators, so they're going to want to search for bugs, and the really big ones can eat things like frogs. It's really crazy. But I was hoping, let's see if she's going to do it. I was hoping Millie would want to eat, but I think she's just like, woo, let's go. So she's going to eat. And I have like two phones going because I'm trying to film. All these will be put on YouTube. If any of you guys are willing to help me out, I need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before I can start doing YouTube Live. So I'd really like to make this more encompassing and invite more people who don't have Instagram. So if you can, head over to YouTube, Miss Mallory Adventures, subscribe, and then we can start doing these on YouTube Live. So Junior, I was just asked, is Junior's in his cage in his home because he decided to eat my plants, and that's no. We don't do that. So he's on timeout tonight. Okay. Sharks, amazing animal facts. And I'm also taking over Shark Con's Instagram page. So if you guys want to head on over there, you can see some cool quizzes that I'm doing. Shark bite, the body of the beast. Different sharks have different bodies, but most have the same features. Here's how these features look on a Caribbean reef shark. So you got your teeth, nostrils, eyes. I found out those little dots that are around their mouth and their eyes and their nose are special electrosensors organs, so they pick up the electrical stuff that fish transmit. Okay, what makes shark a shark? There are nearly 500 different species of sharks swimming in oceans around the world. Sharks don't all look the same. They come in many sizes, shapes, and colors. They don't act the same. Some are gentle and slow. Some are fierce and fast. They don't all live in the same kind of place or eat the same food. They don't hunt, breathe, or have babies the same way. So what makes a fish a shark? Let's find out. All sharks share many useful features. Sharks don't have bones. Did you guys know that? Their skeletons are made out of tough material that can bend easily. It is called cartilage. This material is lighter than bone, so sharks' bodies are light. Cartilage is the same stuff made out of like the nose, the stuff that goes back and forth on your nose. This means they use less energy moving through the water. If they stopped swimming, they would sink. Cartilage lets sharks twist their bodies. This helps them catch prey, the animals they eat. So predators are animals that eat prey. Most fish have scales on their bodies, but not sharks. Their skin is covered with hard bumps called denticles. This makes their skin strong and hard to tear. Other fish find it hard to eat them. Sharks have powerful jaws. Jaws are the lower part of the face where teeth are found. Shark jaws are not attached to the skull. The fish can push their jaws forward to catch prey. Inside those powerful jaws, all sharks have teeth. Some have big jagged teeth for ripping food apart. Most sharks have 5 to 15 rows of teeth. Like all fish, sharks breathe through their gills on the sides of their heads. The gills pull oxygen from the water around them, but while most fish have one gill on each side of their head, sharks have 5 to 7 pairs of gills. Wow! There's a shark in California that has 7 gills. It's really cool. His gills go all the way down. And the gills are the long slits on the side of a shark's face. All sharks have fins. They have 1 or 2 dorsal or back fins, a caudal fin, and a pectoral or chest fin. Sharks use their fins to move through the water. Some sharks have huge, well-developed fins, and some have smaller ones. Sharks that swim in open waters, such as oceanic white-tipped sharks, have large fins. Fantastic! Fins on each side of the body help with lift. Back fins provide stability, and the tail fin push the fish forward. Those that mostly rest on the ocean floor, such as nurse sharks, have smaller, weaker fins. The fastest sharks, such as salmon sharks, have strong tail fins that move back and forth with speed through the water. Despite all the things sharks have in common, there are big differences among types of sharks. It says, sharks help people. Is the doctor in? Like other animals, sharks get viruses and cancers, but they don't get sick as often. Scientists are studying sharks to see why they fight disease so well. A study at the University Medical Center found that squalene, my shark people are on here, you guys can correct me, it's okay, which is found in dogfish sharks, may kill some viruses that also attack humans. There are lots of other animals that also help humans in medicine, especially like my leeches. We'll see those one day too. Heavy, tough bull sharks have poor eyesight. They stun their prey by bumping it with their massive snouts. And the snout is the nose and mouth area, kind of like your dog, you know, the snout of a dog. Tiger sharks are named for the stripes on their back. They are among the biggest eaters in the ocean. They are sometimes called garbage guts because they will taste almost anything to see if it's food, including car parts and glass bottles. Mako sharks have shiny blue skin and slender bodies. They zip through the water with lightning speed. Let's see what it says. Oh, sharks have many similar features, but that doesn't stop them from looking different. Sharks can be as small as 7 inches. That's really tiny. Sharks can be, or as big as the 40-foot whale shark. Makos are shiny blue, you see? Lemon sharks are sandy yellow. I got to swim with the lemon shark. That was really cool. Zebra sharks have bold patterns. Great white sharks are long with round bodies. Has anyone ever seen a leopard shark in San Diego? That's pretty cool. I'll put up a video of it too so you guys can see. Thanks, Ted. I appreciate it. And so Dr. Ted Stankovich, I got to go with him, and we actually got to take the skin off of bodies of an animal and preserve it so that scientists can study it. It was so cool. I have to put up the video pretty soon. And he still promised me that I can go with him to go look at skunks. Sensational senses. Sharks have the same 5 senses people have. What are our 5 senses? We have smell, vision, hearing, taste, and touch. They also have amazing extra senses. One of their most useful extra senses is electroreception, the ability to receive or sense the electrical signals that all animals send out. How cool would that be if you could be able to feel all the energy that people are transmitting, right? All the animals are transmitting. This helps them find prey in the dark. Sharks can also sense vibrations and changes in water. All these senses give sharks superpowers for hunting and survival. Sharks have an amazing sense of smell. 2/3 of a shark's brain is used to process smells. Wow, that's a lot. A shark can smell a tiny bit of blood or guts from far away. How does this work? A shark's nostrils are under its head. Water passes over the shark's snout. Remember, the snout is the nose and mouth. Through the nostrils and over the shark's smell sensors. If a shark smells prey or food, it will follow the scent. So kind of like the way you see your dog sniffing around, a shark can do that too in the water. If a shark smells prey or food, it will follow the scent. It can tell if the scent is coming from the right or the left nostril. As the shark gets closer to its prey, the scent gets stronger. Most sharks have good eyesight. Deep sea sharks usually have large, light-colored eyes. These let in enough light for them to see in the dark water where they live. Sharks that swim near the surface have eyes that are darker and smaller to protect them from the bright sunlight at the surface. So you can see the difference. So cat's eye and a cat shark eye. You see? That's pretty cool. Have you ever thought a shark's eye looks like that? Whoa. Now, do sharks want to eat humans? Nope. They like fish. They like to pick up the things that are kind of sick, so they're kind of our nature's cleanup crew. They're really important. Sharks' eyes are similar to humans. The irises and pupils get bigger or smaller to control the amount of light that gets in. Sharks' eyes have lenses that help them focus, but they can't see things from far away. They find and follow their prey by smelling its scent and feeling its vibrations. When they get close, about 100 feet away, they can see it. Sharks' eyes are inside their heads. The only visible parts are 2 small holes. These holes lead to tubes filled with fluid. The fluid is good for carrying sound. Sharks can hear very low sounds, the kind that carry well through ocean waters. Sharks can hear fish moving in the water. They also hear changes in water currents. Could you imagine if you could hear so well that you could hear like the smallest chirp? Everything. That would be really cool. When do sharks rely on their sense of touch? When they are curious about a thing and want to see what it is, sharks may bump it with their snouts. So why do you think they would bump it with their snouts? Because they're curious, right? They want to figure out. But sharks don't have hands. They can't touch it with their hands, right? Like we can. So unfortunately, where their snout is their teeth, and that can get in trouble for sometimes when they're curious about humans swimming around. They also have touch sensors all over their bodies that can feel changes in water pressure and water temperature. This alerts them to danger. It also lets them know to move to cooler or warmer waters. So this is really cool. This is how sharks can survive like those really big hurricanes, because they can feel the pressure in the water change, so they go down deeper. Sharks have taste buds in their mouths, but not on their tongues like humans do. Experts think sharks use their sense of taste to find out which food is good to eat. When a shark doesn't like how something tastes, it spits it out. We'd get in trouble if we did that, huh? Sharks use one of their special senses, electroreception, to pick up electrical signals when searching for food. They detect these electrical signals through gel-filled pores on their heads. Only sharks and rays have these. This sense works only a short distance. It helps sharks find prey that is hidden, and as a fish under the sand. Oh, such as a fish under the sand. Whoa. Lateral lines are a series of tubes that run along the shark's body. They are shown here traced in red. Can you guys see? That's a whale shark. It's really big. It's a massive animal that eats these little bitty tiny fish, and shrimp, plankton. These sense organs feel vibrations and changes in water pressure. This tells a shark what other animals are swimming nearby. So the space girl, you'll see her, she also does readings of her own book. It's amazing. I have her books. I've read her books. I've read them to other kids. If you want to get into science, you'll love this. So it's earlier in the day, and then she does really cool science experiments. So you'll have to go in and see her because she's really awesome, really fun. Fact file, smelling their way home. Marine biologists are scientists who study life in the oceans. They have known for a long time that sharks use their sense of smell to find prey. But they didn't know whether sharks use smell to find their way home after long trips. Could you imagine if we didn't use maps and we used our smell? I think a lot of people would get lost. A group of marine biologists decided to test how well sharks found their way home when they could not smell. The scientists worked at Scripps Institute of Oceanography at the Birch Aquarium in La Jolla, California. Whoop whoop, I'm from California. Every year, leopard sharks gather near the shore of La Jolla before they give birth. So the scientists caught 26 leopard sharks and took them by boat several miles away. What's really cool about the leopard sharks too in California are majority of them are females, which I think is really cool. Okay guys, sorry about that. My battery just zinked. We're almost done though. Yep, this is the last page, so we're good. The 15 sharks with unblocked noses found their way back to the shore with no problem. The 11 who could not smell just wandered around while their noses were blocked. Marine biologists were not sure what the sharks smell that helps them find their way. It could be the water itself or the animals that swim in the water. It could be a combination of many things. More research is needed. That's why science is so important. There's so many questions that still need answers out there. So if you guys love an animal, definitely think about doing research to learn more about the animal. And you know what I found out today that was really cool about an animal? That scientists are thinking that foxes, you guys know what foxes are, right? They can actually see the Earth's magnetic fields. So animals like sea turtles and other marine animals use that for direction when they're swimming, and now they think foxes can actually see that. So if you've ever seen a video of a fox jumping up and landing in the snow and getting a mouse, they think it's because they're able to line up with the magnetic fields, and they know exactly by hearing, they know exactly how far away that mouse is. They jump up, boom, get the mouse. That's pretty amazing. All right, everyone. So that's it for today. And tomorrow we're going to start with great whites, the fiercest hunters. We're going to do probably 3 more chapters, and then I'm going to read the entire book and put it on YouTube, and we're going to start a new book on Monday. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you want to see Millie one more time, and if you guys have any questions, I know some people got on here kind of late. So again, this is Millie the Millipede. And if you missed the little facts about her before, I'm going to repeat them real quick before we go. So the difference between a millipede and a centipede there's many things actually. Centipede is going to be venomous, although their bites aren't terrible. It kind of feels like a wasp sting, at least around here. There's some that are kind of crazy in Africa and Australia. And millipedes are decomposers. They're not venomous. They can be poisonous, so definitely don't eat a millipede. And the way you can tell the difference between the two are obviously the legs. So millipedes have 2 legs per segment, where centipedes just have 1. And if you ever flip over a log and you wonder if it's a millipede or a centipede, watch what it does. A centipede is going to run away really, really fast. Oh yeah, I'll post the macro film I was doing earlier. So millipedes are going to curl up in a ball, and they usually secrete a type of like liquid that doesn't smell or taste very good to animals. Where centipedes, they are venomous, they have a bite, so they're just going to try to run away from you. They're not too worried. They can get away pretty fast. Oh, you loved it. Thanks, Victor. So after I'm done here, I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I'll be having, I have a camera that's actually really close to the animals, and it's called the Critter Cam. And so on YouTube, you'll be able to see this version as well as a little Critter Cam that has an up-close version of the animals too. All right. Does anybody have any questions about millipede versus centipede? Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be going outside and looking for worms. And we're going to learn all about how worms breathe, how they don't have lungs, and how do they breathe when they don't have lungs. And we're going to talk about why they come out during the rain and why you should not cut them in half, and a bunch of other cool facts, because I really like worms. Okay, everyone, thanks again for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.